think that even after a good year this year, you might even be able to exceed that next spring?
Totally. I no doubt in my mind, I think we'll be better next year. Returning a ton of guys. We were super young last year. Going to lose a few guys to the draft. But, yeah, very similar team, and we're all getting older, so it'll be a lot of fun.
How were you used? How did you play up the middle, mostly second, short, or what kind of role did you have on the club?
Mostly third and shortstop. I'm not sure which one I played more. Probably a little more third, but yeah, mostly third and short.
You made a spectacular play here the other day, one of the best catches I've seen in a while. That was not an easy play. Is it just instincts taking over in a moment like that when you're leaping that high, that far? I mean, it was an amazing catch.
Yeah, really not a lot of time to think about what you're doing. I honestly didn't think I was gonna get to the ball. It was kind of tailing away from me, and I said, whatever, might as well lay out for it, and kind of snow coned it. Luckily, it went in the glove. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I never made a play quite like that, so.
It was a great play, great to watch, great to have you guys back. And I just got to ask you, as a Pacific Northwest kid, grew up in the Beaver State, so you know how weather can be. But what's it like to come out and play warm weather under the sun? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait. Threw the long sleeve undershirt away, cut the sleeves off of this morning, so I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
And indeed he is. Those are the thoughts of Spencer Scott. We're all excited to be under the sun at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field on this Tuesday evening. Lynn Benton Community College night at the ballpark. We'll be talking a lot about LB on this LB Scholarship giveaway night. Dan Siegel threw out one of the ceremonial first pitches this evening, as well as the new president at Lynn Benton Community College, Dr. Lisa Avery. And there will be 3 scholarships given away tonight, $1,000 in total, 3 of them, to lucky winners on this LB Scholarship giveaway night. It's a Two Towns Tuesday half-price night. It's Will Clark's birthday. It's LBCC baseball being recognized for their NWAC championship. The LBCC Foundation in the Omaha Room. And in Casey Corner, the OSU College of Business with a gathering on this beautiful Tuesday, first evening of summer, and we get underway at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field with Jalen Girardin leading things off for Walla Walla. And the first pitch from the Knights right-hander Matthew Egger misses, and so we are underway. The 1-0 pitch lifted foul towards Dixon Reck and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. A battery of Matthew Egger and Tyler Quinn for the 9-0 Corvallis Knights. Kiko Romero at first, Xander Darby at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third. Egger's 1-1 pitch, a ground ball to the right of Darby and past Xander's diving attempt and into center field. A leadoff single for Walla Walla's Jalen Girardin, and that'll bring to the plate Josh Williams, the right fielder. Girardin getting the base hit to open the game against Egger. Nice piece of hitting for a young man, not out of Black Diamond Bay. I never did think I'd go to Black Diamond Bay, but maybe Black Diamond, Washington someday. It sounds like a great place to visit. A throw to first base driving Girardin back. A leadoff single for Jalen. That's a good song, by the way. I reference maybe an obscure tune, but it's a good one. Black Diamond Bay, Dylan, circa 75. Josh Williams takes low and inside, ball 1, 1-0. Leadoff single for Jalen Girardin. The left-hand hitting Josh Williams at the plate. And big right-hander Matthew Egger to the plate with a change, cued foul, slowly up along third towards the head coach, Brandon Van Horn, who handles third base coaching duties. And the hitting coach, Peter Abenati, coaching over at first base. The pitching coach is Brandon Vial. But Brandon Van Horn, first-year sweet skipper, in the box at third. 1-1 breaking ball. Nice pitch from Matthew in there for a strike. Egger, 6'2", 212 from Trevor Lornick country, Pleasanton, California, UC Santa Barbara. And it's nice to see Matthew for the first time as he appears in his second game for the Corvallis Knights in this young season. The 1-2 pitch grounded to the right of Romero. He goes to second for 1, back to first, double play. Well done by the Knights. Kiko Romero starting that most difficult of twin killings, the 3-6-1. And Romero did a good job to range to his right, threw a strike to Spencer Scott, came across the bag, did Spencer, and got the ball to Matthew Egger covering. Well done. Josh Williams grounding into the 3-6-1 double play. 2 down on a beautiful night, yes, but breezy. Did not bring enough paperweights in the booth outside of the McGrath family press box, the little table, and things are blowing around and blowing out towards left center field. Will Fenning, the designated hitter, steps in, takes ball 1. Matthew comes back to the plate, the 1-0 pitch, fouled at the plate, and that evens things up. Matthew, 1 inning in his only other appearance, 2 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. He's getting his first start as a Corvallis Knight. 2 outs, nobody on. Delivers, fastball just inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Tyler Quinn turns and says something over his left shoulder to our home plate umpire, inquiring perhaps as to where it missed. It must have been in. 2 balls and a strike to Will Fennig, right-hand hitting DH. Breaking ball just missed. Just is the operative word. And the count 3-1. Bright sunny night on this 21st of June. The sort of sad thing, almost lamentable to say, is the nights will start getting shorter after tonight. We haven't had any build-up towards, usually in the days of June leading up to the longest night of the year, we have some beautiful nights heading into it. We haven't had that. Just simply haven't had it in 2022. So they start getting shorter. The 3-1 pitch, a strike. Matthew Egger comes back, the 3-2 offering, and a nice piece of hitting by Will Fennig. He goes down to get it. The pitch was down and in, and he's able to serve it back into center field for a base hit. 2 hits in the inning, but the double play ball has helped keep Matthew out of any serious difficulty. Davis Milwaukee, the hitter. The left-hand hitting first baseman steps in. Milwaukee out of Glendale, Casey Stengel country in the Southland, and Chapman University. He takes high and away, ball 1, 1-0. No score, just getting started on this beautiful summer evening, and we've got a lot of them coming from what I understand. The weather's going to be warming up. It's been a long time coming, but grateful to be able to report it. Ground ball to the left of Spencer Scott from behind the bag. Our pregame show guest fields and throws to first to get Milwaukee. So a nicely turned 3-6-1 double play, and the ground out to Davis Milwaukee allows Matthew Egger to put up a 0 in getting this ball game and this 3-game series started. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left after half an inning. Walla nothing. The Knights coming up on 1240 Joe Radio.
Clear.
Okay, still nothing.
Still nothing, huh?
No, I'm not hearing a thing.
I will work on it.
Okay, thanks. And I'll put the headset back on in a minute or so, and you can tell me when I'm back.
I'm at 24 right now.
Okay, thanks, Garrett.
I can't hear anything. There's issues.
Just fill out the empty form at the LVCC table.
Garrett Dworshak. Thank you, Garrett, for getting us on the air, loud and clear, working on a couple of issues behind the scenes, but we'll have those resolved shortly. I understand from Gary through Casey that we're coming through okay, nice and clear on the live stream, so glad to hear that. Thanks to Blake Neiman and Caleb Rice and others for working on that to resolve some issues. We're almost there. I've spent parts of every day the last 4 days coming to the ballpark early and trying to make sure that we're good to go on all issues with respect to 1240 Joe Radio. So I understand we're being heard. I'm not hearing it as well as I'd like to in my headset. Logan Johnstone steps in to lead things off for the Corvallis Knights. In the bottom of the first inning, no score. My wife, Missy, has arrived with our student from Kuwait, Bader. Hello, Bader. And my precious boxer, Juno. Hi, Juno. And they're sitting right below us, so it's going to be a great night at the ballpark. The 2-0 pitch on the way to Logan Johnstone. In there for a strike and the count 2-1. Logan Johnstone leading things off in center field for the night. Spencer Scott batting second at shortstop. Kiko Romero hitting third at first base. Mason Lee, the cleanup hitter, at third base. Xander Darby batting fifth at second. The pitch to Logan swung on and fouled back, and the count 2-2. Brady Lavoie hitting, Xander Darby hitting fifth at second base. Brady Lavoie hitting sixth and right. Titus Dumitru, part of the LB NWAC champions, batting seventh, the designated hitter. Ethan Lovelace hitting eighth and left. Tyler Quinn batting ninth. And catching with Matthew Ager on the mound. The pitch to Johnstone misses, and so a nice plate appearance for Logan against left-hander Alec Holmes for Walla Walla. No score, bottom of the first. He's gotten to a 3-2 count. He swings and serves one to left field. Devin Ornelas fighting the sun, stays with it. The ball sinking on him, but he's able to stay with it, battle the sun, and make the catch. Good play by Ornelas on his first chance out in that tough sun field and left. One away in the bottom of the first inning. Spencer Scott to the plate. Certainly enjoyed seeing Spencer back this year with the Knights. You could tell if you listened to our conversation a little bit ago on our pregame show that there was no question that if he had the opportunity to return here, he was going to, and he's off to a tremendous start at the plate and in the field, leading the Knights in runs batted in. The right-hand hitting shortstop out of Grant High School in Portland takes high and inside. Ball one. He's at .333 with the team leading 9 runs batted in. Alec Holmes to the plate. A line drive at the shortstop, Malcolm Williams, who also has to fight the sun a little bit, and he drops to his knees after the catch. Good play. Both fielders for Walla Walla have reacted quickly to line drives, and that brings to the plate Kiko Romero with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the first inning. Kiko at .238. He has one of the Knights' 2 home runs. Eli Kennel, who's not in the lineup tonight, has the other. The left-hander, Alec Holmes, works from the stretch with nobody on, delivers to Romero. Fastball up and in, ball one. Alec Holmes and Kai Osaka, the battery for Walla Walla. Around the infield, Davis Milwaukee at first, Jalen Girardin at second, Malcolm Williams at short, Leo Rivera at third. Romero takes a strike and the count 1-1. In the outfield, Devin Ornelas in left, Julian Alvarez in center, Josh Williams in right. 2 outs, nobody on, no score, bottom of the first. 1-1 to Kiko Romero. Left on left with Holmes working out of the stretch with nobody on. Comes to the plate and sails a breaking ball. Wouldn't come down for him, and the ball goes off the mid of Osaka to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. 3:30 down both lines here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 365 to the power alleys, 400 feet to straightaway center. On a perfect night for baseball and so many other things. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. The 2-1 pitch, fastball and a good one. Kiko a little late, and the ball blows by him, in fact, not able to catch up with it, but he'll make an adjustment. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down, but a good pitch by Holmes elevating the fastball. Alec again out of the stretch, comes 2-2 and misses this one in the turf. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alec out of San Marcos, California, competed at Lewis Clark State this past spring. Outstanding program. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Lynn Benton Community College Scholarship Giveaway Night here in Corvallis. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Romero, a comebacker. Holmes fields the big hopper and underhands to his first baseman, Davis Milwaukee. And it's an impressive 1-2-3 inning for Alec Holmes with a little bit of help from his friends. He retires the side in order. After 1, Walla Walla nothing, the Knights nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Clear.
Okay, still nothing. Is John talking with you or suggesting anything to you?
Seconds.
Okay, thank you. And did you understand what I meant when you say 5? I need count it in, or just say 5.
Got it.
You're
Here it
back.
comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Top of the second inning, no score. Matthew Egger misses with the first pitch, a breaking ball high to Kai Osaka. The right-hand hitting catcher takes the 1-0 pitch low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Osaka from Seattle, but out of Chapman University, where he's playing his college baseball. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Kai from Tom Hewitt country, the professor. An outstanding basketball player at West Seattle University back in the day. Went on to star George Fox. West Seattle High School, Kai Osaka's alma mater. Plays at Chapman down in Orange. Swings at the 2-1 pitch and doesn't get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to Osaka at 2:31. No homers and 5 runs batted in. The off-speed pitch is waved at and missed. Strike 3. The first strikeout for right-hander Matthew Egger. And that'll bring to the plate Devin Ornelas. Ornelas originally committed out of Notre Dame High School in Southern California to TCU. Did not play for the Horned Frogs. And is now competing at Loyola Marymount, back in his homeland area. The first pitch to Ornelas in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. We're mentioning long days and how they'll get shorter beginning after tonight. The strike 1 fastball high and away. It's my understanding that Devin's had the experience of playing summer baseball in Anchorage, so he knows of long and gorgeous nights. He swings and lifts one to left field. Ethan Lovelace with the glove up in the sun to shield it, stays with it, and makes the catch. 2 down. I have never been to Alaska in the summertime. Been up there in basketball trips with Oregon State on 2 different occasions, and that is in winter. But those summers in Alaska must be amazing. Heard good things about them. And the great bard of the Yukon, Robert Service, the summer no sweeter than ever. That takes in certainly a lot of territory between Alaska and our country, but I would have to beg to differ with Service when it comes to our summers, and here we are finally experiencing a summer night. Rivera taking ball 1-0. Egger comes back, fires a strike, and the count 1-1. 2 down, nobody on, no score in the second. Breaking ball on the 1-1 pitch, a grounder to the right of Spencer Scott's got to hurry, and he gets something on the throw to get Leo Rivera. Spencer Scott playing very good defense at short here in the early part of our 2022 campaign. The sweets go in order, and at the end of 1.5, Walla nothing, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Clear.
Okay, still nothing. Garrett, can you communicate to John that the last 3 games, the live stream has been able to hear the ads during commercials? They are not hearing the ads on the live stream tonight, and I'm not hearing you on return. So I don't know if that's related, but they're not hearing anything, and I'm not hearing anything. How soon are we back?
You're good.
Mason Lee, Xander Darby, and Brady Lavoie against Alec Holmes in the bottom of the second. No score. The first pitch to Mason Lee, a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Holmes misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Mason Lee, hitting .212 and playing some very good defense himself. He hits one just over my head. Just over my head as I'm adjacent to the McGrath family press box. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Mason Lee, leading things off for the Knights in the bottom of the second inning. Alec Holmes works out of the stretch. The left-hander back to the plate. Fastball fouled straight back. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The first of 3 $1,000 scholarships has been given away tonight here at the ballpark. The LBCC choir sang the national anthem before the game, and the NWAC champion baseball team was recognized. The 1-2 pitch missing in the turf, ball 2, 2-2. And a message just appeared a few minutes ago on the video board in right field from Lynn Benton Community College president, Dr. Lisa Avery. So it's a great night for the LBCC athletics and academics endeavor. They do a tremendous job and have for so many years. Mason Lee, a fly ball to shallow right field. Josh Williams moves in to make the catch. 1 away, and Xander Darby will be the hitter. And just very close to home, as you well know, you followed the Oregon State baseball season closely. I'm sure many of you did, and marveled at the great play of a young man named Jacob Melton, who ended up being the Pac-12 Player of the Year. And a great Lynn Benton Community College story. Really developed and homed his craft at LB under Andy Peterson, who just helped bring home the first NWAC title since 1991 for the Roadrunners. But Melton taking his talents from LB to here in the Pac-12 Player of the Year. Xander Darby takes high, ball 1. Holmes comes back with an off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. 1-1 to Xander. No score. Bottom of the second inning. Darby off to an excellent start, hitting .333 with 3 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch missing down and away, ball 2. 2-1 to Xander Darby with Brady Lavoie on deck. Pretty good crowd on this Tuesday evening, as we have indeed swung into summer officially with an 82-degree night at the start of the game. The pitch on the way is low, ball 3-1 to Darby. The Knights trying to improve to 10-0 on the year. Will be home the next two nights against these Walla Walla Sweets. And then we'll host Bellingham this weekend. So 6 straight nights as we roll into summer, coming your way from this beautiful summer home of Knights baseball. Darby, a fly ball to left field. Devin Ornelas lost it in the sun. He dives and makes a shoestring catch even so. Ornelas glasses down, fought it. The ball sank on him, and as it came out of the direct path of the sun, he relocated, dived, and caught the ball in the webbing of his glove. A very good play by Devin Ornelas. 2 down, and Brady Lavoie to the plate. Lavoie's at .294 with a run batted in. The pride of North Carolina State. The first pitch, off speed and swung on and missed by Lavoie. 0-1 the count. Alec Holmes has retired the first 5 Corvallis Knights hitters. No score, bottom of the second inning. Holmes again comes set. Poor Ornelas out in left, shielding the sun as the pitch comes plateward. It's about a 56-footer that bounces and hits Brady Lavoie. Brady becomes the Knights' first base runner, getting hit by a pitch, and Titus Dumitru will be the batter. Lavoie trotting down to first base, and Brady has yet to attempt a stolen base. The Knights have 23 bags already this summer. By comparison, Walla Walla with 14. Again, the Sweets coming in with a record of 5-6, already 5 back of the unbeaten Knights, who start tonight at 9-0. They missed 3 games. All 3 games against the Portland Pickles rained out. Just that's indicative and a reminder of the spring we have just worked our way through. The pitch to Dumitru, the pride of LBCC and the NWAC championship, is high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Titus, in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. A 2-out hit batsman for Lavoie. The left-hander Alec Holmes has the chance to stare Dumitru down, or Lavoie down, as he works on Dumitru, the hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Holmes comes set, the lefty to the plate. Fastball misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Titus out of the box for a moment. Titus hitting .192, but he does have 5 runs batted in. He takes high, ball 3, 3-1. Brooke Knight, 14th year head coach, going through the signs at third. Ed Nags, the associate head coach, at first. 3-1 the count to Titus Dumitru. Brady Lavoie held on by Davis Milwaukee. Alec Holmes out of the stretch. And the 3-1 fastball swung on and missed. The count 3-2 to Dumitru. Ethan Lovelace, the on-deck hitter. Great to have the OSU College of Business down in Casey Corner tonight. The 3-2 pitch on the way with a runner going is high for ball 4. After retiring the first 5 Corvallis Knights, Alec Holmes with a spate of wildness. A hit batter, ball 4. Ethan Lovelace to the plate. Ethan stepping in with 2 on and 2 out at .261 with 4 runs batted in. I mentioned my wife and Bader arriving with Precious Juno moments ago. Missy is attempting to explain baseball to Bader, who's never been to a game before. Good luck with that. The pitch to Ethan Lovelace is high and inside, ball 1. Maybe when we get home we can pull out the old Bob Newhart record. The 33 1/3, and Bob trying to explain to, I think, Parker Brothers or whatever. I've got a new game. It's called baseball. Let me tell you about it. Newhart on the phone. It's a good bit. Goes back in the glorious days of comedy and Newhart. It's a great routine. If you ever get a chance to YouTube it, Bob Newhart trying to explain baseball to somebody who's never heard of the game. In fact, Bob's invented it. Says, well, it's strikes and balls and outs. It's tough. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 3 strikes, 4 balls though, but 3 strikes. Okay. And on it goes. And poor young Bader here from Kuwait, an exchange student living in our home and here taking summer classes. Missy's trying to educate him on the finer points of baseball. 2 on, 2 out. A hit, batter, and a walk, Bader. The 2-1 pitch is a strike. And the count 2-2. The nomenclature of the game, the ease with which all of us in our lives growing up here with the game, we take it for granted. The language and the rhythms of the game. And I can't imagine what it must be like for somebody seeing this spectacular game for the first time and trying to have some sense of what it's all about. The 2-2 pitch from Alec Holmes is high. Ball 3, 3-2. Now explain with a count of 3-2 and 2 down that the runners will go on the pitch. Make sure he understands that. Brady Lavoie will take off from second. Titus Dimitru from first. 3-2 to Ethan Lovelace with Tyler Quinn on deck. Alec Holmes from the stretch. The runners do go. The 3-2 pitch is fouled back. A foul ball. I can hear my precious wife explaining that's called a foul ball. I'm sorry. The information overload. I can't imagine it. 3-2 the count. Lavoie and Dimitru again will take off with the pitch. 3-2 to Lovelace. Alec Holmes ready. The runners go. The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled again. Now, in the old days of pickup ball, 4 foul balls, you're out, as the Statler brothers sang, and do you remember these? But here he could keep fouling them off forever and would never be out. And he would defeat time, as Roger Angel, the late great, said. Keep the rally alive, keep the at-bat alive, and you defeat time. Try that one on Bader. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lavoie at second, Dimitru at first. They're ready to go again. Alec Holmes delivers another 3-2 pitch, and it hits Titus Dimitru. The second hit batter of the inning to load the bases with 2 down for Tyler Quinn. Tyler is hitting .400 with 2 runs batted in. And with the sacks full, Tyler with an opportunity to get the Knights on the board. With Alec Holmes battling Ethan Lovelace but losing it. Hitting Ethan on a 3-2 pitch. He lost Dimitru on a 3-2 pitch. He hit Lavoie to open this chance for the Knights after 2 quick outs. Now Holmes to the plate, and the first pitch fastball is in there for a strike to Tyler. 0-1 the count. Bases loaded, 2 down, no score, but the Knights trying to change that. Brady Lavoie at third, Titus Dimitru at second, Ethan Lovelace at first. The strike 1 pitch swung on and hit foul to the right and out of play.
1240 Joe Radio.
Now I did hear that. I just heard 1240 Joe Radio for what it's worth, Garrett, in my headset, coming seemingly out of nowhere, but I heard it. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Tyler Quinn with the bases loaded and 2 down. Breeze is blowing out towards left center field on a gorgeous summer night, officially. The 1-1 changeup lifted to shallow right field and playable. Josh Williams moves in, makes the catch. The Knights with 2 down load him up on free passes, but come up empty. And at the end of 2, Walla Walla nothing, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30
got it.
years.
I hear it.
People in the Mid-Valley
I hear
have been
it.
going to Corvallis Floor
Thank
Covering.
you, Garrett. Thank
they
you.
thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
A drip drip down the drain, or a leak you can't explain.
Whether it's residential or commercial service, Albin's Plumbing has been serving the local area with quality products and craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Albin's Plumbing, experience plus knowledge times teamwork equals exceptional customer service.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
We go to the top of the third inning. First ball swinging. Malcolm Williams lofts one into shallow right field for a base hit. Brady LeBoy plays it on a hop. Nice swing by Malcolm, who gets the third hit of the ball game for Walla Walla in this scoreless affair. Those are all of the three hits in this one. A leadoff single from Malcolm Williams and Julian Alvarez, the center fielder, left-handed hitter, the batter, against Matthew Ager. Matthew delivers, fastball swung on and missed by Julian Alvarez. No balls and one strike. No score in the top of the third, the first of a three-game series. Ager kicks and comes back with the 0-1 breaking ball, down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Brandon Van Horn, the head coach, going through the signs in the third base coaching area, originally from Tahunga, California. Played at Riverside Community College, transferred to Dallas Baptist, was in the San Francisco Giants organization for 4 years. The pitch is swung on and missed. The ball glances off the mitt of the catcher, Tyler Quinn, and down to second base. Yeah, that's a stolen base, Bader. Malcolm Williams, actually, it's probably going to be a pass ball. I'll wait on the official scoring, but Malcolm Williams is into second base, either a stolen base or a pass ball. Make sure to make the proper notation, young Bader. Fastball to Julian Alvarez, swung on and fouled back. I inquired as to whether it was Julian or Julian. I'm thinking of Julian Javier, but told that it is Julian. And so that's what I'm going with the left-hand hitting Alvarez. A chance to move a runner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Williams at second, nobody out. Ager to the plate. Breaking ball poked foul to the left and out of play. Walla Walla also has a pitcher, with the name of Tyler Haft, H-O-E-F-T. H-O-E-F-T. I've only seen that name one other time in life, and that's on a baseball card, and his name was Billy, and he was a 20-game winner in the 60s, I believe, with the Cubs. And I always thought it was Heft. I've never heard the name pronounced, ever. Maybe it was Billy Haft and not Heft. Fastball up and away from Ager, ball 2. 2-2. No score, top of the third inning. But I'm sure a few of you, baseball cards, maybe you even saw Billy Haft pitch. I'm going to have to look it up, and I even wonder if, rarely seen that name, Tyler Haft out of Federal Way, Washington, and Washington State, could there be any relation to Billy? The 2-2 pitch on the way, lifted foul to the left of the McGrath family press box and out of play. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Julian Alvarez out of Yucaipa, California. Competes at California Baptist University. No score in the third, but a chance for Walla Walla to execute the game. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-2 pitch from Matthew Egger misses just outside. Ball 3, 3-2. Malcolm Williams out of Santa Clara, but he is from up the road at Lake Oswego. A late addition to the roster that I studied earlier today and hadn't made notations yet on Malcolm. Hope to before the series is over. The 3-2 pitch, good battle by Alvarez. He swings and fouls it away. He remains 3-2 the count. Growing up in Hacienda Heights, California, we did one day make a trip to Yucaipa, but I got it in my head that it was Yucaipa. I don't know why. My dad said, we're going to Yucaipa, and I said, Yucaipa? The 3-2 pitch hit slowly to the right of the mound, fielded snow cone style by Matthew Egger, but he's able to underhand to first to get Julian Alvarez, but a good job by Julian. He executes the game. Hits the slow roller to the right, advancing Malcolm Williams to third. And with one away, Jalen Girardin, the batter. So for the rest of our years together in the Southland before moving to the Beaver State when I was 14, we would always talk about Yucaipa, and it's hard to shake that. But there's a couple of players on this Walla Walla roster from the great town of Yucaipa. Breaking ball from Matthew Egger to Girardin, misses, down and away. Ball 1, 1-0. No score. Top of the third. The Knights play their infield at normal depth. With Walla Walla trying to get on the board first. Malcolm Williams getting his lead. The 1-0 breaking ball swung on and missed. Good pitch from Matthew Egger. That evens the count 1-1 to Girardin, who opened the game with a base hit to center field. Black Diamond, Washington. I have no idea where that is until I saw it on the roster today. Had not heard of that town. I like the sound of it, though. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, line drive, base hit, and heading toward the gap in right center field. Malcolm Williams scores. This will be extra bases for Girardin. In fact, he's being waved by Van Horn for 3, and the relay will not be in time. It's a triple for Jalen Girardin, who is 2 for 2. And the pride of Black Diamond, Washington, a single, now an RBI triple, and it's 1-0, Walla Walla. Nice swing by Girardin. And that split Logan Johnstone and Brady Lavoie out in right center field. No hesitation on Coach Van Horn's part to bring Girardin all the way to third, and that gives him a chance to get another run with an out as Josh Williams steps in. Williams grounded into a 3-6-1 double play in the first. He swings and fouls one towards Waldo Way and out of play. No balls and a strike. The Knights dealing with something they rarely have in this early 2022 season, namely a deficit. They're 9-0. The 1-0 pitch is lifted into right center field. This will be deep enough to score Girardin. Lining it up is Logan Johnstone. Girardin scores from third base on the sacrifice fly by Josh Williams. And Walla Walla has done a very good job with executing the game here in the third. They lead it 2-0, 2 down, and Will Fenning, the designated hitter, the batter. A base hit, first of all, to lead things off, but then an advance on a ball that clicked away from Tyler Quinn, a grounder to the right side to move Malcolm Williams to third. Williams scores on a triple. Josh Williams delivers the fly ball to score Girardin. Good baseball. 2-0 Walla Walla. Will Fenning takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Egger nods yes, comes back to the plate. Breaking ball down, ball 2, 2-0. And just the way the Knights have played and executed so well this year, just to see them behind it all, let alone by 2 runs. A little bit difficult to consider. The 2-0 fastball away, ball 3, 3-0. Reminds me a little bit of that amazing year Oregon State had in 17 when they went to Omaha 54-4. 54-4. Won their first 2 there, 56-4. Then the only time they lost 2 games in a row all year to LSU to be eliminated. 56-6 they finished. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, missing again, 2-1. Now the 3-1 offering is poked into right field for a base hit. Walla swinging the bats. That's 5 base hits. They have a 2-0 lead. Will Fennig trying to restart the Sweets with a 2-out single to right, bringing Davis Milwaukee to the plate. Walla hitting .261 as a team. The Knights also at .261, but the Sweets do have 6 home runs. So it's a pretty potent offensive club coming in at 5 and 6. Davis Milwaukee takes a strike from Matthew Egger. 0-1 the count. I remember being lulled into and almost teased into believing that an unbeaten season over a long season in the NBA was possible. The strike one pitch missing inside, part of the legacy of living in Southern California. And Jack Kent Cooke, the owner of the Lakers, after Wilt Chamberlain came in a trade to join Jerry West and Elgin Baylor. Cook said, "Who says you can't win them all?" And I believed him. The pitch on the way is a wild one, and down to second base goes Will Fennig. Pretty active inning for Walla. Base hit, pass ball, sac fly, triple, base hit, wild pitch. The Sweets lead it 2-0. The count to Davis Milwaukee, 2-1. I reasoned as a 10-year-old that with Wilton Norman Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor and Jerry West on the same team, that the Lakers were likely never to lose. Jack Kent Cooke helped me get there. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled away to the left. 2-1 the count. They managed to lose, in fact, 27 games in the regular season, 55 and 27, then lost to the Celtics in Game 7. The pain lingers. 2-1 pitch is a 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. A tag applied by Tyler Quinn on the pitch down in the turf for out number 3, and the inning is over. But Walla does a nice job in the third. They score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Walla 2 and the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
2-0 Walla as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Logan Johnstone, Spencer Scott, and Kiko Romero against Sweets left-hander Alec Holmes. Logan swings at the first pitch and grounds it right to the second baseman Jalen Girardin. Takes it off the field turf and throws Logan out. One away in the bottom of the third inning. Spencer Scott will be the batter. Spencer lined to shortstop in the first inning. Nice play by Malcolm Williams, kind of moving to his left, dealing with the sun, made the catch and fell to his knees after so doing. 2-0 Walla, bottom of the third. Alec Holmes from the stretch comes to the plate. Scott shows bunt, pulls back and takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Brooks Hatch brought by some former Knights information from the major leagues. just a few moments ago, which I'll get to along the way here this gorgeous summer night in Corvallis. Scott takes in the turf, the count 1-1. 2-0 Walla Walla, bottom of the third inning. Adley Rutschman, a former Corvallis Knight, with another big night for the Baltimore Orioles. Fastball down and in to Spencer, ball 2-1. In fact, Adley went 1 for 3 with a double. He got that double in the 7th inning, and the mayor of Medford, one B.G. Gould, the de facto mayor down in southern Oregon, has worked up Adley's 7th inning numbers. The 2-1 pitch, a little bit high, ball 3-1. Beej texted me a while ago, Mike, Adley just hit a double down the right field line. Rutschman is now 6 for 12 in the 7th inning for the Orioles. The 3-1 pitch grounded into left field, base hit by Spencer Scott. The Knights get their first hit of this ball game. They left the bases loaded last inning in the form of a walk and 2 hit batters. But now the Knights on the board with a base hit, down 2-0. Kiko Romero would love to light up the scoreboard with another sweet swing. He had one here in the Knights' home opener on Friday. His first home run of the year, the other one collected by Eli Kennel. Kiko Romero, a little tapper back to Alec Holmes in the first inning. Holmes in the bright sunlight of this Tuesday first evening of summer and pitches into the shadows. Tough conditions to be sure for Kiko and all comers now. And the first pitch is in there for a strike to Romero. The Orioles did lose to Washington 3-0. Nick Madrigal is on the 15-day disabled list, another former Knight. And here's a pickoff attempt, and the ball gets by Davis Milwaukee and into foul territory. The ball backed up by Jalen Girardin, chases it down, and Spencer Scott moves into second on the throwing error by Alec Holmes. No balls and a strike, meanwhile, to Kiko Romero with a chance to get the Knights closer with an RBI base hit. Stephen Kwan went 3 for 4. And is in the process of 3 for 4 tonight, playing against Trevor Larnach and the Minnesota Twins. Larnach not a former Knight, Kwan is. What a great story he's been. I'm going to have to check, though, to see how our guy Larnach is doing as well. Did not play with the Knights, but endeared himself forever to Beaver Nation with his 18 homers in 2018, the last of which the 2-run shot that essentially won the championship for the Beavs in Game 2 against Arkansas. The strike one pitch to Romero hit high and deep to left. Evan Ornelas, though, has a track on it and moves in, fighting the sun to make the catch. I thought that Romero got a little bit more of that than he did. As it was, Ornelas didn't have to go back on the ball at all. Stayed with it, fighting the sun to grab it for the second out, and now Mason Lee, the hitter. Mason singled to right field in the second inning. Matt Duffy, another former Corvallis Knight, is playing. He hasn't had an at-bat yet. The Angels are losing to Kansas City 2-0 in the top of the 7th. I think that's what Brooks is trying to write here. 2-0 here, Walla Walla, bottom of the third. The Sweets getting 2 runs in the top of the inning. The Knights trying to cut that lead in half. Mason Lee takes in the turf, ball 1. Spencer Scott at second, 2 down. Alec Holmes peering into his battery mate, Kai Osaka. The 1-0 pitch is bunted to the left of the mound. Barehanded, and the throw goes into right field. Alec Holmes' second error of the inning. Spencer Scott rounds third and comes home to score. And the Knights have the lead. It's now Walla Walla 2 and Corvallis 1. Alec Holmes has not helped his own cause with his defense here. A throwing error on the pickoff attempt sent Spencer Scott to second. And now throws one away, trying to get Mason Lee at first. The second error of the inning. A base hit for Lee and an error. Tough defensive inning for Alec Holmes. Now 2-1 with Xander Darby stepping in, taking low and inside. Ball 1, 1-0. At this point, the run unearned. Xander Darby trying to change that by getting a base hit on his own. Lee held on by Davis, Milwaukee. 2-1 Walla Walla, bottom of the third inning. The next pitch in there for a strike, and the count 1-1 to Xander. Alec Holmes has pitched well, but he's not defended his position well. The pitch to Darby fouled back, and the count 1-2. An accurate throw, and I understand Alec trying to get Mason Lee. It's the right decision to try to get the final out of the inning. It would have been close. A bang-bang play would have ensued. Base hit is given to Lee, but Holmes uncorked another wild toss to his first baseman, Davis, Milwaukee. Now he throws to first with Mason Lee straying way out between first and second, but Holmes chose to throw a flat-footed pickoff play and kind of lollipop it over there. A good throw, and he probably would have had Lee dead to rights. So the strangeness for Holmes throwing the ball continues. He comes 1-2. Good pitch to Xander Darby. Lifted foul down the left side and well out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. The same 2 clubs here tomorrow night. 6:35 here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Nathan DeShriver, the likely starter for the Knights. And then back here again on Thursday. Bellingham in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The 1-2 pitch is waved at and missed. The pitch was in the turf. The throw from catcher Kyle Saka down to first is in time to get Darby, and the inning is over. The Knights get a run. It is unearned on 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. At the end of 3, Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. Get a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, simple deck height adjustments, and a quality cut. When you need comfort and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Right now, get the Kubota Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs!
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Catcher Nick Strong, not Osaka. Nick struck out in the second inning. There was a change in the lineup not communicated to me late. It is Nick Strong starting, batting 5th and catching. He just got the assist on the strikeout to end the bottom of the third. Strong check swing, fouls the first pitch at the plate. The 0-1 pitch from Matthew Egger in the turf. Through 3 innings, Walla Walla 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. The Knights 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The pitch on the way to Nick from Matthew Egger misses low, ball 2, 2-1. Nick Strong, Devin Ornelas, and Leo Rivera in the top of the 4th inning. Egger rocks, turns, and comes to the plate. A ground ball sharply, a diving stab by Darby, has the ball deflect off his glove and into shallow center. Nice try by Xander Darby, but it is a single for Nick Strong to open the top of the 4th. And Walla Walla is really swinging the bat well against right-hander Matthew Egger. That's the 6th hit for the Sweets. And Devin Ornelas will come to the plate. So the second straight inning, a base hit to open the frame. And that's 3 out of the 4 innings where Walla Walla has gotten a single to lead the things off. Ornelas fly to left field in his first at-bat. He swings and misses, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. 2-1 sweeps in the fourth. Matthew Ager and Tyler Quinn, the battery. Kiko Romero at first, Xander Darby at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third. The 0-1 pitch misses high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Devon, with Leo Rivera on deck. Out of the stretch works Matthew Ager. Comes to the plate. Good fastball. Fouled straight back. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Devon Ornelas, a former Anchorage Glacier pilot. Anybody that's ever played up there in the summer comes back just raving about the experience. Big curveball in there. Strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Matthew Ager. 1 away, and Leo Rivera, the hitter. Rivera grounded to short in the second. Reggie Jackson played in Alaska. Mark McGuire went to play a summer in Alaska. Played for Jim Dietz, who lives in Florence now. Former head coach at San Diego State. Has helped out with the Siuslaw High School program over in Florence. Great baseball man. Had the honor of visiting with him a couple of years ago. The first pitch to Rivera, a strike, and the count 0-1. And it was in Alaska one summer that Jim Dietz said to Mark McGuire, Mark, you know, you might want to concentrate fully on hitting. Give up this pitching thing. And began to play him regularly as an infielder. In a summer up in Alaska, and Rod Dato and others thought it was a good idea, and it turned out to work out pretty well for Mark McGuire to give up pitching, which he had been primarily doing for Dato at USC. Rivera swings and misses, no balls and 2 strikes. Ager back to the plate, fastball very high and inside. 1-2 to Leo Rivera. Nick Strong at first, 1 out. 2-1 Walla Walla in the fourth. Ethan Lovelace, again dealing with the sun out in left field, has his hand shading it. Logan Johnstone in center. Brady Lavoie in right. The 1-2 pitch from Ager. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matthew Ager. And in fact, has fanned 3 of the last 4 batters. 4 strikeouts on the evening for Matthew. And Malcolm Williams, the hitter. Malcolm singled to right field to open last inning and scored the first of 2 runs. Williams steps in against Matthew with the runner Nick Strong at first. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. See if I can do a quick search on Malcolm Williams. Has the look of one who got away. The strike 1 pitch, fastball sails up and in. And I can't do that readily because they're pretty particular here on campus. You get connected to Wi-Fi, even if you have unlimited data and all that, you still have to be on the Wi-Fi here in the ballpark, and it doesn't last very long. So I am no longer, it says you're no longer connected to the internet. That's good to know. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Malcolm Williams. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. You can hear the breezes picking up a little bit on this gorgeous summer night. The Knights and Walla Walla reveling in it on this first night of summer of 2022. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. And a very nice recovery after the leadoff single from Nick Strong to open the inning by Matthew Ager as he strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the fourth inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Knights trailing Walla 2-1. I was able to get online and look up Malcolm Williams out of Santa Clara. He appeared in 20 games for the Broncos this past spring. He started 14, 11 starts at shortstop, 3 at second base. He hit .222 on the year. He graduated from Lake Oswego High School in 2021. Second-team All-State in baseball and football as a junior. Ranked as the 6th best prospect in the Beaver State by Prep Baseball Report. An outstanding safety with 5 interceptions during the 2019 regular season, helping the Lakers to the 6A state championship game under former Beaver All-America Steve Corey. Williams, who has considerable skill at short that we've seen, not able to get to the first ball struck by Brady Lavoie through the 6 hole into left field to open the bottom of the fourth. Titus Dumitru will be the hitter with a tying run at first base represented by Lavoie. A solid leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Walla Walla. Holmes to the plate, fastball high to Titus. Ball 1-0. Walla Walla getting 2 runs in the third. The Knights left the bases loaded in the second. Got an unearned run last inning. Now have the tying run aboard to open the bottom of the fourth against Alec Holmes. The lefty back to the plate. Fastball up, ball 2. 2-0 to Dumitru. Lavoie held on by Davis Milwaukee. It's a battery of Alec Holmes and Nick Strong. Holmes out of the stretch, delivers a strike, 2-1 the count. Milwaukee at first, Jalen Girardin at second, Malcolm Williams at short, Leo Rivera at third, Devin Ornelas in left, Julian Alvarez in center, Josh Williams in right. Batter and pitcher now both engulfed in shadow here at Goss. The 2-1 pitch from Holmes misses for ball 3, 3-1. Ethan Lovelace, the on-deck hitter. Brady Lavoie, a leadoff single, and now a 3-1 count as Brook Knight considers sending Lavoie. Holmes comes set, glances over at Brady, who goes. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. The throw to second is not in time. Brady Lavoie picks up his first stolen base of the summer. And for the Knights, their 24th of the season. Lavoie getting a good jump and is in at second with nobody out. So now it's the Knights' turn to try to execute the game and get the runner moved. 3-2 to Dumitru. Alec Holmes from the stretch, and the 3-2 pitch on the way. Pop foul down the right field side. Moving back is Davis Milwaukee, still in retreat. This one will carry out of his reach and into the lower grandstand, one row deep, adjacent to Casey Corner, where the OSU College of Business has congregated tonight. They're getting really the best of the evening sunshine out there in the right field corner. The last of it getting ready to, with apologies to the great Bruce Coburn, catching the day's last slow goodbye, and it will be a slow goodbye on this longest night of the year. Not the coldest. The 3-2 fastball taken, strike three called. Knee-high fast one. Dimitru started to trot down to first base, but it looked like a pretty good pitch from Alec Holmes. One away, and Ethan Lovelace to the plate. Ethan was hit by a pitch in the second. 2-1, Walla Walla, bottom of the fourth inning, trying to inflict a loss upon the Knights. A long way to go here, obviously, but the Knights are usually in pretty good shape this time of the game and in control and en route to wins. They're 9-0 here in 2022. A bunt, foul, back of the plate. Lovelace bunting for a hit, not with one out, not in a sacrificial situation. Was trying to bunt for a base hit and left it foul. No balls and a strike. Ethan Lovelace, one of two Knights hit by a pitch in the second inning, and one of three left stranded. Good crowd on this Tuesday evening. We hope you'll make plans to get out here this summer. It's become such a fixture on the summer slate. The Corvallis Gazette-Times runs a daily things to do in the mid-Willamette Valley this week. The strike one pitch just misses, and the count 1-1 to Lovelace. I enjoy the GT and read it fairly regularly. I don't always check that out because I know what I'm going to be doing in the mid-Willamette Valley this week. I'll be here. But I'm hoping that the Knights make that note column occasionally. They should. The 1-1 pitch on the way just misses for ball 2-1. Dan Siegel brought the Knights here in 2007, 17 years after he founded the Aloha Knights. And it has been a wonderful marriage. Baseball in the summertime in this beautiful ballpark, and a fan base that's grown and grown through the years. 2-1 Walla Walla in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-1 pitch from Alec Holmes. Fastball very high, ball 3. 3-1 to Ethan Lovelace. Tyler Quinn on deck. The Knights trying to pull even. And certainly in this great baseball community, a lot of crossover fans, Knights and Beaver fans. I see a lot of familiar, similar faces in both settings. But the Knights have their own fan base, too. It's distinct. The 3-1 pitch, high, ball 4. Ethan Lovelace trots down to first. Tyler Quinn, the batter, and trying to see if Coach Vial, Brandon Vial, the pitching coach, who's making his way out to the mound, whether Coach Vial has anybody throwing in the bullpen back of the left-hander Alec Holmes. It's a tough look from here, and I don't see a baseball flying back and forth. I see a number of Walla Walla Suites players peering through the chain link fence behind the PT Northwest sign out there. But I don't see anyone actually playing catch on this warm summer night. Vial is out, I think, to just try to change the tempo and rhythm a little bit for Alec Holmes, who has issued ball 4 and is now dealing with runners at first and second and one out for Tyler Quinn. Coach Vial will head back to the dugout, I should say, on the first base side. Vial at Lewis and Clark State just finished up his first year there. Peter Abenati is the hitting coach. He's from the University of San Diego, but got a degree from St. John's. But he's a Southlander out of West Hills, California. New coaching staff this year for the Sweets. Walla Walla leading the Knights 2-1, bottom of the fourth inning. Tyler Quinn flied to right in his first at-bat. Alec Holmes comes set. The lefty to the plate, and the fastball catches the outside corner knee high to Tyler. 0-1 the count. back here tomorrow night. We'll have another pregame show guest. It's one of my favorite aspects of the summer is to learn these guys as the summer goes along. A chopper to short. Malcolm Williams goes to second for the force on Ethan Lovelace, but the ball bounding too high for a double play to be turned. Tyler Quinn is aboard on the fielder's choice, 6-4. 2 down on the play, Lavoie to third. And that brings Logan Johnstone to the plate. Logan Johnstone will try to get the Knights even with a clutch 2-out hit. He's flied to left and grounded to second. Lavoie at third, Quinn at first. The pitch, slider misses up and in to Logan Johnstone. Ball 1, 1-0. Johnstone out of Los Gatos, California. 273 this past spring at Gonzaga. Awaiting Alex Holmes' 1-0 breaking ball. That stays up. Ball 2, 2-0. Logan was playing early and, in fact, played against the Beavers in Surprise in the opening weekend. Scored a couple of runs and had an RBI in the 2 games that he competed against the Beavers down in Surprise in the opening weekend of the year. Trying to get the Knights even here in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-0 fastball from Holmes, very high, ball 3, 3-0. Spencer Scott, the on-deck hitter. Brady Lavoie at third, Tyler Quinn at first. 2 down, 3-0 to Johnstone. Runner goes 3-0. The pitch is a strike. No throw from the catcher, Nick Strong, and Tyler Quinn into second base with the second steal of the inning for the Knights. And a count of 3-1 to Johnstone, giving Logan a chance to give the Knights the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lavoie at third, Quinn at second. 3-1 the count to Logan. The pitch on the way to Johnstone, a 2-hopper towards Malcolm Williams from in front of the bag. The Lake Oswego Laker gets on top of it and throws out Johnstone, and the Knights are gone in the 4th. A leadoff single and a walk, but the Knights strand 2. And at the end of 4, Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take the leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs!
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis.
So, Vader,
Jones
you can hear me right now, can't you?
We'll
Through your head, you can hear me here.
We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio. Back at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Corvallis Knights trailing by a score of 2-1. Right-hander Neil Feist comes in behind Matthew Ager, who had his best inning of work in the 4th. He struck out the side and, in fact, ended up fanning 4 of the last 5 hitters that he faced. 5 strikeouts overall, but Walla Walla did a pretty good job. They got some decent swings off of him in the form of 2 runs and 6 hits and a 2-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Neil Feist A right-hander takes over for Corvallis here in the 5th inning. Feist, 6'3", 215 pounds, out of Torrance in the Southland, and from El Camino College, DeLawrence Grant Country. The name resonates with fans of the Oregon State Fiesta Bowl team in 2000 and the presidential defensive ends, Jackson and Grant, wreaking havoc, terrorizing teams en route to an 11-1 record and arguably the greatest football season in Beaver history. So whenever I see El Camino College, I think fondly of DeLawrence Grant and that year. Julian Alvarez hit back to Matthew Egger in his first at-bat. Neil Feist, with the bases empty, works out of the stretch, delivers a strike. 0-1 the count. Neil Feist coming in behind the starting pitcher, Matthew Egger. Feist making his 5th appearance. The strike 1 pitch hit foul to the left and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Feist has worked 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and 5 strikeouts, an earned run average of 3.60. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Julian Alvarez, leading things off against Neil Feist, who kicks and delivers the strike 2 pitch, a fly ball to shallow center. Logan Johnstone finds it, moves in on it, and makes the catch. 1 away, and Jalen Girardin will come to the plate. And that's a nice start for Neil Feist to throw strikes and get ahead of Alvarez and inducing him to make contact for a flyout. Lydia or Jimmy, if you can get some 50, that's all I've got. But, I mean, find $5 worth on the 50-50 raffle for tonight. See if you can get a couple more there. Hey, let's go. Hand me 5 back. Let's get 5 tickets or $5 worth. I need a $5 bill back on that on the fan. No balls and a strike the count to J.J. Girardin, supporting the 50-50 raffle for a young man, Savazi Brown, diagnosed with a brain tumor, and the family hoping to just find a ways to work with their medical bills and so on. And so the 50-50 raffle folks are coming through. If you have a chance to contribute to it here, if you're listening, please do. The pitch on the way is in there for a strike. 1-2 to J.J. Girardin, who has had a good ball game. 2 good swings against Matthew Egger. Single to center in the first, tripled homer run in the third. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, no score in the 5th, 2-1, Walla Walla. Neil Feist in his first inning of work kicks and comes back and misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Under the lights on a gorgeous evening, the longest night of the year ahead. They get a little bit shorter as we go, I'm saddened to say. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Feist back to the plate, swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Got a little bit of a pause at the top of the leg kick, and whenever I see that, it's away we go time. I remember a lot of things from my youth and fondly, and one of them, the Jackie Gleason show and Jackie's little monologue. Watching it on the old black and white in Hacienda Heights, and after he'd finish his little opening and would kick his leg, and away we go. And it had that, Neil Feist got a little bit of Gleason in him. And I'm sure if I ran that by Neil, hey, did you pick that up from Jackie Gleason? I'm sure he'd cop to that. Josh Williams takes low, ball 1, 1-0. 2 down, nobody on, top of the 5th. 2-1, Walla Walla in front, game 1 of 3 on a gorgeous night for baseball. The 1-0 fastball in there for a strike, and the count 1-1 to Josh Williams. Williams is grounded into a double play and had a sacrifice fly. The Sweets getting both their runs in the 3rd. The Knights, Singleton also in the 3rd. Feist kicks and comes back and misses a little low. Ball 2, 2-1. Will Fenning on deck. So nice to look at a crowd in shirt sleeves and shorts and comfortable. Got very accustomed to hoodies throughout the spring and ponchos. The 2-1 pitch missing inside, ball 3-1. My hope is we need them no more. The rest of our summer, we had to get a canopy quickly hustled out here a couple of nights ago when the sprinkle and drizzle began to fall, and it didn't worry me any. I can get rained on all day, but this precious equipment we had to get covered. The 3-1 pitch is blasted to deep right center field. Back goes Johnston to the track, to the fence. The ball goes off the top of the fence. Josh Williams rounding second, and now he'll stop and hold with a booming double off the fence in right center field. Wow, that ball was well struck by Josh Williams. And for a moment, I thought it was going to jump out over the Ironhead roofing sign out in deep right center field, but landed just under the orange padding. That's an 8-foot fence out there, and it probably was 7 feet high up the fence. Well played by Logan Johnstone on the carom, thus holding Josh Williams to a double. Will Fennig, 2 for 2 with a single to center and a single to right, steps in. Walla Walla with its 7th hit of the ball game. They lead it 2-1. Now Fennig trying to go 3 for 3 and give Walla Walla a 2-run advantage again. Feist steps off the rubber, and Neal will confer now with his battery mate Tyler Quinn with a 2-out double delivered by Josh Williams. Good-looking swing for the left-handed hitter out of UC Santa Barbara. A quick conversation between Quinn and Feist. And now Will Fennig back in for the Walla Walla Sweets, trying to become the first team to defeat the Corvallis Knights here in the summer of 2022. Out of the stretch works Feist. Comes to the plate way outside on the breaking ball to Fennig. Good backhand job by Tyler Quinn. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Johnstone out in center field, turning and looking over his left shoulder. Not exactly sure if he heard something or just wanted to make sure how clear he was of the fence that he just ran to play the ball moments ago, but he did glance back at the spot. The 1-0 pitch missing for ball 2 to Fennig. And a left-hander, Sean Weiss, heading down to the bullpen for the Corvallis Knights. Don't know if he's going to start to get ready or if he's just going down with a message from pitching coach Bo Kearns. A little early for Sean at this time here in the 5th. 2-1 in favor of Walla Walla. Now the 2-0 pitch missing to Fennig for ball 3. 3-0. Feist with a couple of quick outs to open the frame, but has given up a booming double to Josh Williams, is behind to Will Fennig. 3 balls and no strikes. Again, out of the stretch works Neal. And the right-hander back to the plate. Outside, ball 4. Davis Milwaukee, the hitter. And on this warm summer evening, Brooke Knight and Bo Kern are conversing with one another at the top step in the Knights dugout on the third base side. The 2 quick outs have certainly given less cause for concern. Neal is still a pitch away from getting out of the inning unscathed. Milwaukee is grounded to short and struck out. The pitch to Davis in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. William Fennig out of West Texas A&M. He's from Scottsdale. Drawing ball 4. No balls and a strike to Davis Milwaukee. Trying to add to the Walla Walla Sweets lead. The strike 1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count goes to 0-2. Milwaukee out of Glendale and just completed his freshman campaign at Chapman University in Orange. 0-2 the count to Davis. 2 on, 2 down, 2-1 Walla Walla, top of the 5th inning. From the stretch, Feist ready, delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 3 to retire the side. A little bit of noise made in the top of the 5th, but Neil Feist quiets it with the inning-ending strikeout of the cleanup hitter, Milwaukee. And the sweets are gone in the 5th. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Or 1 hit, pardon me, on the double by Williams, and 2 left. And at the end of 4 1/2, it's Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs!
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Alec Holmes has gone all the way and trying now to get 3 outs, keep the lead, and be in line perhaps for a win. The Knights hope to execute a different plan. Spencer Scott takes a strike from Holmes. No balls and 1 strike. Spencer Scott, Kiko Romero, and Mason Lee against Alec. Breaking ball misses in the count 1-1. Scott has lined out to short and singled to left. 2 runs, 7 hits for Walla Walla. A run on 3 hits for the Knights. Holmes back to the plate. The 1-1 pitch is popped up to shallow left field. Devin Ornelas moves in and over a few steps to make the catch. 1 away, and Kiko Romero will come to the plate. Kiko is hit back to the box and flied to left field. Very nice. I know we talked about this last year, and I'm going to have the information relayed again. His walk-up song is beautiful. I watched the film Under the Volcano last night, and thinking about Albert Finney walking through the streets with that type of music in the background. Romero, a pop foul back of the plate. Catcher Nick Strong throws the mask away, looks up and grabs it. 2 down, and Mason Lee will be the batter. Romero making out on the first pitch. The Knights have been putting on some pretty good pressure on left-hander Alec Holmes, but here in the 5th, 2 quick outs. And Mason Lee will try to attack in reverse, so to speak, and get something going with 2 away. Lee takes a first pitch ball just outside. Mason has flied to right and had an infield single and a throwing error on Alec Holmes' part to allow Spencer Scott to score an unearned run in the 3rd. He swings and fouls one back, and the count 1-1. I don't know if you've ever heard of or seen or read the novel. I've not read the novel, Malcolm Lowry. I hear it's a great one, Under the Volcano. But the performance by Albert Finney in it is so good that if you're a connoisseur of great acting, brilliant performance by Finney in Under the Volcano, and good job, too, by Jacqueline Bisset. It's a very entertaining, interesting, sad film. The 2-1 pitch in the turf, ball 3, 3-1. Roger Ebert said of Finney's performance that it's the best performance of an alcoholic, of a person, and clearly that's essentially what the story's about, his last day on earth. Spoiler alert. But his losing battle with alcohol, but Finney plays it just incredibly well. Oh, my goodness. The 3-1 pitch just inside for ball 4 to Mason Lee. So the Knights, following their pattern of putting pressure on inning to inning. The only inning wherein they didn't was in the first when they were retired in order. Other than that, they found ways to at least get somebody on and make Alec Holmes work. Xander Darby, the batter. Xander has flied to left and struck out. 2-1, Walla, bottom of the 5th inning. Some activity is going on now back of the southpaw, who has been very good. And that activity is more in the form of people moving around. It looks like a right-hander is up and maybe getting ready to play a game of catch. The last time we peered through the fence, there were other people just peering back. Now there's people standing around and beginning to move around. Darby takes high. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike to Xander. 1-1 the count. Out of the stretch works Alec Holmes. Glances over at Mason Lee, who goes. The pitch swung on and missed. The throw to second, not in time. Mason Lee with the stolen base. The Knights' third steal of the evening. And now the Knights looking for, and that pitch, by the way, was taken for a ball by Darby, not swung through. And clarifying the count now, the home plate umpire puts the fingers up to indicate that it's 2-1, not 1-2. Mason Lee, the steal, he's at second. The Knights looking for a clutch 2-out hit. They left the bases loaded in the second, left 2 on last inning. And now Lee's going to third. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw to third is right on the money, and Lee is out, and the inning is over. Mason thought that he had a good read on Holmes, but with 2 down trying to swipe third, takes the bat out of Darby's hand. Brooknight is talking to Mason after the fact about it. That's something you have to be absolutely sure of. If you're a runner in scoring position with 2 down, don't want to make that final out at third base. Sean Weiss was indeed dispatched to the bullpen to come in this early in it. It felt like it was a little early for Sean, but he can go long. Sean Weiss will take over for Neil Feist, who pitched just 1 inning. When we go to the 6th, Xander Darby will be at the plate when the Knights come to the plate in the bottom half of the inning with a clean count to work with. But Lee caught stealing. The Knights are gone, sending the minimum to the plate in the 5th. We go to the 6th, 2-1, Walla on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis. Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
Sean Weiss is indeed in. I thought it was a bit early for him when he trotted down to the bullpen. I thought he might have just been a messenger, but no, he was sent down for a purpose, to get hot and get ready, and Sean will come in, the pride of Canby High School, George Fox, and soon to be of the University of Hawaii. Will go to work against Walla Walla in the top of the 6th inning. He'll face Nick Strong, who struck out and singled in his first 2 at-bats. Sean to the plate, fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0. The Knights have used Matthew Ager, Neil Feist for 1, and now Sean Weiss here in the 6th with Walla Walla in front by a score of 2-1. The 1-0 pitch on the way, fouled over the McGrath family press box area and into the entryway by the statue, and the urchins on the grass go headlong. All 3 dive for it. It looked like a loose ball drill in the Dick Harder era. But they're all okay. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Weiss, or from Weiss, misses ball 2, 2-1. Whoever came up with the loose ball drill? All I know is that when we were having a bad practice at Cottage Grove High School, not putting out the kind of effort perhaps we needed to, according to my head coach, Tom Phipps, former Beaver, who played for Paul Valenti and Ralph Miller here, recruited by Jimmy out of Prosser. We would hear the dreaded words, 2 lines on the baseline. The 2-1 pitch from Sean is in there for strike 2. 2 lines on the baseline, and we knew what that meant. Roll the ball out, we'd race and dive headlong to see who could come up with the loose ball first, and then race to the basket at the other end, and anything was permitted to keep the other guy from scoring if you didn't get the ball. 2-2 pitch from Weiss, swung on and missed, strike 3, 1 away. And watching those kids dive, 3 of them together a moment ago, just brought to mind the good old loose ball drill. Sean Weiss gets off to a good start in his 4th appearance. He has been magnificent again for the Knights this summer so far. This is his 4th appearance. He's worked 6 innings, 1 hit, no walks, no runs, 6 strikeouts. Sean getting a strikeout of Nick Strong. Now a bunt from Devin Ornelas, a good bunt, barehanded, the throw to first, not in time. The barehand play by Tyler Quinn gave it a good effort, but it is a bunt single for Devin Ornelas. Nicely done on Devin's part. And the batter will be Leo Rivera. Ornelas has flied to left and struck out looking prior to getting the bunt down. The 8th hit for Walla Walla. And a smart play on the part of Ornelas. Leo Rivera, the batter. Sean Weiss giving up just his 2nd hit in this 2022 campaign. First pitch is swung on and hit foul into Urchin Alley. The youngsters give chase on this one, but one is clearly out in front and doesn't have to dive for it. And I'm happy for that kid. No balls and a strike to Leo Rivera. Ornelas held on at first by Kiko Romero. The strike 1 pitch, a line drive caught by Weiss. Overhand's a little high. It's caught by Romero. Romero steps on first, double play. The inning is over. Sean Weiss catching a line drive that was smoked back up the middle. Caught it, and then the hardest part was just getting the ball accurately over to first. He almost overthrew Romero. Kiko had to go as high as Sean did to flag the toss. Whatever the case, it's a brilliant inning-ending double play ball, 1-3. Sean Weiss showing great athleticism to end the top of the 6th inning. Sean is 5'10", and he might have just grown to 5'11 and a half to pull that one in. Great play by Sean. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. A new pitcher will come in for the Sweets. It'll be a right-hander to take over for Alec Holmes, who was very effective. We'll meet the new pitcher, Dylan Matusoka, when we return. 2-1 Walla Walla on 1240 Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com. It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
1240 Joe Radio.
Dylan Matusoka is the new pitcher for the Walla Walla Swedes, taking over in the bottom of the 6th inning for an effective left-hander, Alec Holmes. Matusoka, 5'11", 185-pounder from Sammamish in the great Evergreen State, competing at Everett Community College. And he'll go to work against Xander Darby. Xander will be followed by Brady Lavoie and then Titus Dumitru. Xander was at the plate when Mason Lee was caught stealing at third to end the 5th. Walla Walla leading 2-1. The Knights trying to get something going now against Matusoka. Fastball from Dylan misses away, ball 1. Matusoka has worked 3 innings in his only other outing. He struck out 3, did not allow a hit. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball for a strike, and the count 1-1 to Xander Darby. Xander has hit a fly ball into the sun, caught by Devin Ornelas in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. Matusoka comes set. The right-hander's 1-1 pitch, slice foul down the left field line and heading towards the TNT Builders party deck. A little misjudged by a fan who saw the ball coming and nearly ran directly into its path rather than away. And she's a little embarrassed now by her misread, but I also think is happy just to have survived not getting hit by the line drive. The 1-2 pitch, boy, that got a piece of maybe Xander Darby. I know it got a piece of the catcher, Nick Strong, and the home plate umpire. But all 3 principals, I think, will carry on. With the entire field now engulfed in shadow, the only signs of sun at all in the ballpark, out in straightaway center field, in dead center on a couple of the fence panels, and on the batter's eye in dead center. The 1-2 pitch, Darby fouls that back. It remains 1-2 to Xander. Brady Lavoie next. The Knights trying to get something going offensively. They've had a couple of threats here and there. But Alec Holmes, a very effective 5 innings, now hoping that the bullpen can bring this thing home. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Darby. Matusoka kicks and delivers, and the fastball misses. Ball 2, 2-2. Oh, yes, Trevor Larnach. If this thing tells me I'm no longer on, that's too short of a time, isn't it? And I think I still have internet access. The 2-2 pitch pulled, foul, outside of first and down the line. Let's see, I've got an MLB app here. I want to see how Trevor did. Brooks Hatch was kind enough to do Corvallis Knights updates, but with Stephen Kwan and the Guardians playing Trevor Larnach and the Minnesota Twins, the Guardians leading 6-5 in the top of the 11th inning. See how Trevor is faring against a guy that he shared a national championship with at Oregon State in 2018. The pitch to Darby, swung on and missed. Good job by Dylan Matusoka winning the battle. One away, and that'll bring to the plate Brady Lavoie, who's been hit by a pitch and single to left. Stephen Kwan is now 4 for 5 tonight, and that has hiked his batting average to .282. Trevor Larnach, meanwhile, came into the ballgame as a pinch hitter and drew a walk in his lone plate appearance, so he came in late. The first pitch to Lavoie, swung on and missed on the breaking ball from Dylan Matusoka. 0-1 to Brady. 2-1 Walla Walla, bottom of the 6th inning. What a pleasant night. Beautiful evening for baseball. I think we got a lot of them coming. I think we're owed a few, too. The strike one pitch, swung on and missed again. And Lavoie down in the count, 0-2. The Knights have yet to get a good swing on Matusoka. A strikeout of Darby, 0-2 to Lavoie. Titus Dumitru on deck. Very slight breeze. It was much windier earlier, but breezes have settled. Very pleasant night at the ballpark. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Lavoie. Swung on and missed, strike 3, 2 down. Not exactly sure what the repertoire for Matusoka is, but 2 batters in, it's clear that the first 2 Knights hitters haven't seen the ball well against Dylan. Back-to-back punch-outs. And Titus Dumitru, the designated hitter, the batter, who walked and struck out against Alec Holmes. There was a hope that a new arm in might lead to at least something happening for the Knights offensively, but so far Matusoka has been good. His first pitch breaking ball misses in the turf, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 9-0, the Corvallis Knights out of the gate. 3 games rained out at Portland. My understanding is there will be a double header on the 4th of July at Lentz Park and Walker Stadium to help make up. That was going to be a day off, but instead they're going to play 2 on the 4th. The pitch on the way to Dumitru is swung on and hit foul down into Urchin Alley. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 urchins come together, and there's one kid now who has 2 baseballs. And he's got 2, and there's 3 other boys, so he can't really share them. So he's lording it over, holding 2 baseballs up at the moment. The 1-1 pitch on the way, fastball, spinning Dumitru around, up and in, ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 Walla Walla, bottom of the 6th inning. Matusoka out of the pen for Alec Holmes, who struck out the first 2 nights, now delivers a 2-1 fastball that's in there. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Matusoka is a strike away from fanning the side. He's looked good. Bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan ready. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, taken, strike 3 called. No question about that. Excellent pitch on the slider. Dylan Matusoka strikes out the side. We go to the 7th. It's still Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8255. 888-245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium of Coleman Field, Walla 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. The Knights 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. Sean Weiss goes to work on Malcolm Williams, a couple of kids from the Portland metro area. First pitch to Williams is whacked into center field, base hit. Sean Weiss not able to get that one going by, and it also scooted by Xander Darby. Malcolm Williams gets his second base hit. Julian Alvarez will come to the plate. Alvarez has tapped back to the box, and Matthew Egger, and flied to center field. Again, Williams is not a young man that I knew a good deal about. I've learned about him here tonight. But he has the look to me of a kid that got away. That he's playing at Santa Clara and out of Lake Oswego High School, whether Oregon State showed interest in him coming up through the LO program, I know not. But I just like the way he plays and looks and moves, and I feel as though they should have anyway. Alvarez tries to bunt, misses the bunt attempt, no balls and a strike. 2-1 Walla in the 7th. The strike one pitch from Sean Weiss swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. Weiss and Tyler Quinn, the battery for the Knights. Kiko Romero at first, Xander Darby at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third, Ethan Lovelace in left, Logan Johnstone in center, Brady Lavoie in right. Breaking ball from Sean just misses, and the count 1-2. Matthew Egger, Neil Feist, and now Sean Weiss. Sean on for his second inning of work on this beautiful first evening of summer. Walla leading 2-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alvarez. Fastball fouled to the left and out of play. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sean taking a chance and just kind of diving into the portal, not quite sure where he was going to end up. And Rich Hill, the head coach at Hawaii, good relationship with Brooke Knight, and Brooke had great things to say about Sean, who throws over to first base. Malcolm Williams back, and Coach Knight said, you're going to like him. I promise you, you're going to like him, and you're going to find a role for him. He'll do anything you ask, and I think Sean's going to have great success over in the Hawaii program. He delivers, the runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed. The throw to second, strike him out, throw him out, double play. Sean Weiss getting Alvarez on the breaking ball swinging, and then a good quick transfer by Tyler Quinn to Spencer Scott for the 2-6 double play. So a couple of rather unconventional double plays, consecutive innings. The line drive catch by Sean and the double play 1-3 to end the 6th. And now a strike him out, throw him out 2-6. Double play here in the 7th. J.J. Girardin, the batter. Sean with the bases empty works out of the stretch, comes to the plate, fastball in there. 0-1 the count. Girard has singled to center, tripled to right to drive in a run, also scored a run, and struck out in the 5th. 2-1 Walla, both runs in the 3rd inning. The Knights' lone tally also in the 3rd. Strike one pitch, a comebacker. Sean Weiss fields that, trots halfway to first, underhands to first, and another good inning for Sean Weiss. Now the Knights hope to get something going offensively. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It remains Walla 2, the Knights 1. On 1240 Joe Radio.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down.
North 9th Street, Corvallis. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the bottom of the 7th inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Walla leading the Corvallis Knights 2-1. And we'll see now if the Knights can figure something out against Dylan Matusoka. Matusoka struck out the side in the 6th inning. Faces Ethan Lovelace to lead things off. 2-1 Sweets. Lovelace, Tyler Quinn, and Logan Johnstone in the 7th. And the first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike to Ethan. John Casey in the ballpark conversing with my family below. And John also saying hello to our boxer Juno, who's in the ballpark tonight. The Caseys had a wonderful boxer named Stella. The strike one pitch pulled down the right field line, foul. Good swing by Lovelace, but it's a strike in the count 0-2. I remember going on a road trip with the Beavers 6 or 7 years ago. Pat Casey getting on the bus looking glum. Pat, anything going on? I asked him, and he said, Stella, we had to put her down, and he almost broke into tears there. He said, I couldn't believe I never wanted the dog, he said. I didn't want her, but absolutely fell in love with her and was crushed when her life came to an end. And so I know that Pat and his son John and all of you know the love for pets. It can have that type of heartbreaking effect, but as C.S. Lewis says in The Four Loves, if you love anything or anyone, you risk pain and heartbreak at some point, and it's worth the risk. Ethan Lovelace takes low, 1-2 the count. Matusoka back. Ethan swings and fouls it back. 1-2 to Ethan Lovelace with Tyler Quinn on deck. The Knights trying to get something going. They've had good pitching tonight from Matthew Egger, Neil Feist, and Sean Weiss, but have managed just 3 hits and trail it 2-1 in the 7th. Starting the night at 9-0. Leading the South Division. Fastball high and away. The Knights 2.5 up on the Pickles, who are at 7-3, and the Bend Elks at 9-5. Ridgefield at 8-6, Cowlitz at 9-7. These Walla Sweets at 5-6. The Springfield Drifters have already played 18 league games. They're 6-12, twice as many as the Knights. Lovelace fights it off. The 2-1 pitch hit foul to the left and out of play. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan. In Yakima Valley at 3-10. In the north, 2 8-team divisions this year. Bellingham 2.5 up on Kamloops. The Bells are 10-4. They're coming in here this weekend. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lovelace. Matusoka delivers. Fastball high. Ball 3, 3-2. Three and 2 the count. And Tyler Quinn next. Out of the stretch works Matusoka, a right-hander out of Sammamish. Kicks and comes 3-2, just outside. Ball 4. Excellent job by Ethan Lovelace. The pitch didn't miss by much, but it did miss. And now Tyler Quinn to the plate. And Coach Brooke Knight going through the signs at third. Tyler has a sacrifice on the season. The Knights as a club have 5 through their first 9 games. Brooke is a believer in and has always been a practitioner of the short game. We'll see if he asks Quinn to bunt here now. With a tying run at first and nobody out, Logan Johnstone on deck. Matusoka delivers, Quinn is bunting, and Tyler bunts it foul back of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Lovelace, the runner at first base. Ethan is 3 for 3 in stolen bases, and that's another way perhaps to go about trying to pick up 90. We'll see if Lovelace looks to get a jump. The count is 0-1. Out of the stretch works Matusoka. Quinn not bunting. Takes a strike on the inner half. And the count 0-2. So the bunt was on for 1 pitch. And now Quinn really has to fight. No balls and 2 strikes. Logan Johnstone on deck. Out of the stretch works Matusoka. Comes to the plate 0-2. Very high. A back pick down to first. And Ethan Lovelace just did get back. Pretty good throw from Nick Strong. Just met Michael in Lebanon, and his son. They're going up to T-Mobile Park Monday to see Adley. Adley and the Orioles coming to Seattle. Are you going up, John? Time called. Ethan Lovelace steps out of the box. Adley Rutschman and the Orioles coming to Seattle. It's as close as we'll get to the pride of Sherwood, former Beaver, former Corvallis Knight. Coming up to Seattle for a series next week. 2-1 Walla Walla here. The pitch to Tyler Quinn. Fisted foul into the right side. And all I'll say is pay special attention to the 7th inning when Adley comes to the plate. B.G. Gould reminded me with Adley's double tonight, it came in the 7th. 6 for 12. We've heard of Charlie Maxwell's Sunday fun. Adley Rutschman's 7th inning fun, a theme in Baltimore. Bottom of the 7th, 2-1 Walla Walla. The tie and run, Ethan Lovelace at first. Out of the stretch works Matusoka. Delivers fastball away. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Johnstone on deck. There is a left-hander throwing in the Walla Walla bullpen. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Quinn. A ground ball to second. Girardin goes to Malcolm Williams for 1. And on to first for the double play. 2 down, just like that. And that brings to the plate Logan Johnstone. So the Knights playing such great baseball here in the early portions of the 2022 campaign. 9-0. But tonight, it's baseball. You're not going to, Jack Kent Cook's thought notwithstanding. You can't win them all. You don't win them all. Nobody's ever won them all. So at some point, there's still plenty of baseball left. They can find a way to win this game. 2 down, nobody on. But a leadoff walk. The Knights not able to bunt at least 1 try at it. And then the double play ball eventually ensues. So now 2 outs and the base is empty. Logan Johnstone takes a strike. Brooke Knight has left his post at the third base box for a moment and is saying something down into the Knights dugout. The strike 1 pitch tapped foul at the plate and the count 0-2. I haven't noticed Brooke pull out the notepad quite as much as in summers past. It's always been one of my favorite histrionics, if you will, of Brooks' style of coaching is that he'll see something and make sure that he'll want to get back to it later and pull a notepad out and make notes along the way during the game. The strike 2 pitch on the way to Logan Johnstone, high and away. 1-2 the count. But I've yet, and quite honestly, this is the 4th game now that I've been with the Knights, and I haven't seen him pull the pad out yet. 1-2, 2 down, but he did just walk over and impart something to the rest of the guys in the dugout after the double play. Matusoka's 1-2 pitch got him swinging, and the Knights continue to scuffle tonight offensively. A leadoff walk, but Matusoka faces the minimum and has struck out 4 through 2 innings. We go to the 8th. Walla 2, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi, I'm Katie Albin, and I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Lydia, look at me. Thank you so much. Lydia, it's amazing.
And you can miss a football game or two. Look where she takes me.
Honey, thank you so much. That is an amazing gift. We'll talk about it, sweetie. Thank you. Hey, honey. Top of the 8th inning, 2-1 Walla. Left-hander Sean Weiss going to work here in the 8th on Josh Williams. Williams fouling the first pitch away. No balls and 1 strike. Weiss comes back and Josh fouls it again. No balls and 2 strikes the count. I have just been given as great a gift as I think I've ever been given in my life, and I'm so overwhelmed by it, I don't know. It's a Father's Day gift. My daughter Lydia has got us a trip to Europe, and I've never been there, and it's coming at the end of this summer, and it's unbelievable, and I'm overwhelmed by it. Josh Williams, it's a fly ball to left, and coming in to make the catch is Ethan Lovelace, 1 away. Lydia has been pressing me on, do you have your passport in order? And she has put together a trip to Europe and stops along, and I've never been over there, the United Kingdom, France. This is incredible. Italy, Germany, the border of Germany and Poland, Greece. Oh, my goodness. Lydia? Tell me, I can't quite read where I've gotten 4 or 5 of the spots. Mark them off again, please, for me. The pitch on the way from Sean Weiss swung on and fouled at the plate. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Europe, I mean, I've been reading about these places all my life. And my daughter, on Father's Day, she wasn't able to be here at the ballpark, said, I'll make it up to you. I can't make Father's Day because she was out of town. The pitch on the way to Will Fenning is stroked to center field and playable. Moving over to make the catch is Knight center fielder Logan Johnstone. 2 down, and that'll bring to the plate Davis Milwaukee. So Will Fennig, 0 for 2. Unbelievable gift. Thank you. Trying to make sure. London, Normandy, where my dad landed on June 6th. Paris, Bonn, Florence, Rome, Athens. I don't know if I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the rest of the broadcast. That's unbelievable. Davis, Milwaukee takes a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on. The strike one pitch lifted to shallow center field. Logan Johnstone moves in to make the catch, and the inning is over. Sean Weiss continues to mow him down. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Walla Walla, left-hander coming in on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs!
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. For Volkswagen repair parts or just plain advice, make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 8th inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. A left-hander has come in out of the pen for Walla Walla. And I'm trying to find, there's a lot of numbers on this sheet, and I was brought an updated roster a few minutes ago by Glenda from within the McGrath family press box. And I'm trying to see just whom this is. And I was given an updated roster, but in the midst of all of the paperwork that I've been handed, have lost the updated roster with some number changes on it. The first pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning to Spencer Scott, hit foul down the right field side and out of play. No balls and 1 strike the count. Let's see here. Walla Walla. Now that's trying to figure out just whom this is. My apologies. He's not listed on the original roster that I was given. And I will try to make an inquiry here in a moment from inside. The strike one pitch to Spencer Scott, hit foul to the right and out of play. Blake, if you're listening on the live stream, please come to me with who this pitcher is. Number 12 for the Walla Walla Sweets, not on the roster we were given before the game. Big left-hander, number 12. That's all I know at this moment. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Spencer Scott. And the big fella back to the plate. Fastball high, ball 1, 1-2. 2-1 Walla Walla. Bottom of the 8th inning. Spencer Scott, Kiko Romero, and Mason Lee with the long, tall lefty kicking and coming to the plate and missing in the turf in the count 2-2. Stu Flesland III, who I saw as a member of the Washington Huskies. His sister Morgan plays softball for the Beavers, so I should have just recognized him by sight. He pitched against Oregon State here back in April. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stu to the plate. Good breaking ball taken. Strike 3 called. 1 away. So Stu Flesland III is the new pitcher for Walla Walla, trying to put a defeat on the Beavers for the first time in 2022. Flesland making his 3rd appearance, 2 innings, a walk, 5 strikeouts. Stu ended up having a good spring in what turned out to be the final season for Lindsey Meggs, announcing his retirement at the end of the year. Flesland delivers to Kiko, big swing and a miss, in the count 0-1. Flesland III is listed on my program as number 33, but he's wearing number 12. Originally began his career at Boise State out of Colbert, Washington. Drew Rasmussen Country, Mount Spokane High School. A swinging bunt by Romero. The throw to first is not in time. Kiko Romero is aboard on a swinging bunt, and the play made by Nick Strong. A good play by Strong, but he wasn't able to get enough on the throw. He knew he had to barehand and hurry. And Kiko Romero is aboard on an infield single up along the first baseline. And Mason Lee comes to the plate. Mason Lee has flied to right, had an infield single, and drawn a walk. I'm still looking at my daughter. That's a lot to take in 90 seconds between innings. The pitch to Mason Lee, a fly ball to right field and deep. Josh Williams defers to the center fielder, Julian Alvarez, who makes the catch. Kiko Romero retreats to first base, 2 down, and Xander Darby will come to the plate. This is a gift my daughter's been planning for a long time, evidently, and it just sprung upon me completely unawares between innings moments ago. And so it has a kind of a dramatic feel to it. But I'm also trying now, while I'm thinking of Berlin and Bonn and Normandy and London and Paris and Athens and Florence and Rome, trying to think about, okay, well, what's going on here at Goff Stadium at Coleman Field on this summer night in Corvallis, Oregon? A well-pitched ball game for Walla Walla. The pitch to Xander Darby from Stu Flesland III misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch just outside, 2-0 the count. He made an appearance against the Beavers, did Stu, this past spring, but worked 50 innings for the Huskies, had an ERA of 3.24. Stu out of the stretch, comes to the plate, fastball, a check swing, taken high on appeal, no swing, says the first base umpire. And the count, meanwhile, to Darby, 3-0. With 2 down, Kiko Romero, the tying run at first. 2-1 Sweets in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brady Lavoie on deck. The 3-0 pitch, fastball low for ball 4. Kiko Romero down to second, Xander Darby to first, Brady Lavoie to the plate, and once again the Knights are presented with a chance to get this ball game even. Time called, Nick Strong out for a conversation with Stu Flesland. Flesland III, a 6'5" southpaw from Colbert, Washington, and competes at the University of Washington. In Colbert, I'm not exactly sure where that is. In fact, I've not heard of it. But Stu Flesland, big lefty, coming off a strong season for the Washington Huskies, getting a chance to pitch in the summer for the Walla Walla Sweets and trying to keep this 2-1 lead intact here in the bottom of the 8th, working on Brady Lavoie, who's been hit by a pitch, single to left, and struck out. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-1 Sweets, bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch, fastball from Stu, misses down and in, ball 1, 1-0. Flesland, the third sister, playing softball at Oregon State for Coach Berg in a trip to the College World Series. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back, and the count 1-1. And Stu Fleslin's mother played basketball at Wenatchee Valley College. A very talented family, to be sure. And I remember the Husky softball team. I don't know if I think the Husky softball team was playing the Beavers at the same time the Washington baseball team was here at Goss back in April. The 1-1 changeup swung on and missed. Good pitch from Fleslin, and the count 1-2. And I remember thinking that it must be an exciting but difficult weekend for the Fleslin parents, dividing time back and forth between Kelly Field and the OSU softball complex, cheering for the Beavers and coming home and cheering for the Huskies in baseball, with their son Stu Fleslin on the team. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Lavoie for strike 3. Nice job by Stu Fleslin following the examples of Holmes and Matusoka. And we go to the 9th. It's still Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids, off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 9th inning. Sean Weiss will try to keep the Knights right in it. Just a run down 2-1. Weiss works on Nick Strong, and the first pitch is fouled at the plate. See you, John. John telling me that his brother Joe is going to be the head varsity basketball coach at Colton High School. Good for him. Congratulations. Sean Weiss coming on in the 6th inning. Now pitching into the top of the 9th. The left-hander comes back with the 0-1 pitch. Cued back at first, right at Kiko Romero. Kiko takes it to the bag. One away. Now the Knights pitching. John Casey, Europe. I'm all agog. Devin Ornelas, the batter. The pitching has been outstanding for both clubs tonight. The Knights with Matthew Egger, Neil Feist, and Sean Weiss now in his 3rd inning of work. Delivers to Ornelas. Devin swings and hits it foul to the left and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out and nobody on. Ornelas had a bunt single against Sean in the 6th inning. Sean has given up hits in each of the first 2 innings, but got double plays to erase those hits in both frames, and then retired the side in order last inning. Delivers to Ornelas, who fouls it back, and the count 0-2. Sean Weiss continuing to try to stay unblemished on his line here in 2022. Delivers, and the strike 2 pitch is swung out and missed for strike 3. 2 down. He's now retired 7 straight and is an out away from sending the Knights to the bottom of the 9th inning, just needing a run. If he's able to get this final out here, that will be 9 innings of scoreless baseball for Sean here in 2022. Leo Rivera, the batter, on this warm, gorgeous summer night. Rivera swings at the fastball, doesn't get it. 0-1 the count. Rivera has grounded to short, struck out, and lined into the double play on a spectacular catch by Sean Weiss on a ball hit back to the box. Sean leapt, pulled it in, and ended the inning with a 1-3 twin killing. Out of the stretch works Sean with nobody on. Comes 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. In the bottom of the ninth inning, the Knights are due to send up Titus Dumitru, Ethan Lovelace, and Tyler Quinn. 2-1 Walla Walla, top of the ninth inning. The Knights have not lost a game this season. They need a run to at least keep that fact true in the bottom half. The strike two fastball from Sean misses away, ball one. 1-2 the count. One ball and two strikes to Leo Rivera. Sean delivers, fastball swung on and missed. Sean Weiss retires the side in order again. 3 more scoreless innings for Sean. So the Knights pitching staff has done their job all night long. Now the bats hope to come alive against Stu Fleslin III as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Dumitru, Lovelace, and Quinn coming up after 8.5. Walla Walla 2 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
Now's the time to get a great deal on proven Kubota farming equipment. Tractors that are adaptable and versatile, hay tools that are backed by a 2-year warranty, and durable sidekick utility vehicles and SSV skid steers. The Kubota agriculture lineup is built right, built ready. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th, visit KubotaUSA.com for full details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the ninth inning, the Knights need a run. Stu Fleslin III ready to go to Titus Dumitru. And the first pitch swung on and fouled over my head into Urchin Alley off of Dixon Rec. The Urchins respond quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 come together. The biggest kid got it. No balls and a strike to Dumitru, who has walked and struck out twice. Fleslin III out of the stretch, back to the plate. Fastball hit foul again. And this one gets on top of the Dixon Recreation roof to the right. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Ethan Lovelace on deck, Tyler Quinn to follow. Out of the stretch works Stu. Fleslin III, pretty firm fastball high, ball 1, 1-2. Really like this young man's look and stuff. He had a very short outing against Oregon State in April here. We're getting to see a little bit more of Fleslin III, and he's looking good. He delivers, swung on and missed, strike 3. Dumitru goes down. And Walla Walla coming in at 5-6. The Knights at 9-0. But now the Sweets are 2 outs away from delivering the first loss of the year. Looks like we'll see a pinch hitter for the Corvallis Knights, with the left-hand hitting Ethan Lovelace due up. The Knights turn to Timo Becerra as a pinch hitter. And a Pac-12 battle here. Becerra, UCLA bound, or Stanford, a member of the Stanford roster, competing now against Stu Pleslin III of the Washington Huskies. Timo Becerra as the pinch hitter, with the Knights down to their last 2 outs, trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Both runs for the Sweets in the second. The Knights run coming in the third. First pitch fastball, a check swing. On appeal, no swing. 1-0 the count to Timo Becerra. Tyler Quinn on deck. Matthew Ager, Neil Feist, and Sean Weiss have combined on a 2-run affair. They pitched extremely well, but the Sweets have been just a little bit better tonight. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike to Timo, getting the pinch hit opportunity with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Timo off to a bit of a slow start at 1 for 8 on the young campaign. Takes a strike, and he's down in the count 1-2. Tyler Quinn on deck. Nathan DeSchreiber expected for the Knights tomorrow in Game 2, a 6:35 first pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The strike 2 fastball from Pleslin. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. And the Knights are down to their final out. 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-1 Walla Walla. The Knights have struck out 10 times tonight. Pleslin with 4 of them. Tyler Quinn, the last gasp, takes a fastball high. Ball 1, 1-0. 2-1 Sweets. Bottom of the 9th inning. The Knights an out away from their first loss here in the 2022 campaign. Pleslin delivers. Fastball, a line drive caught by Pleslin III. The ball game is over. And the Knights go in order in the bottom of the 9th inning. They have tasted defeat for the first time in the 2022 campaign, and it comes on the first night of summer. A glorious night it was. An unforgettable night for yours truly. Still trying to assimilate the news of the gift, and just astonished beyond belief about the gift my daughter has given me. And that helps temper a little bit the slight disappointment about how this one played out tonight. But again, we knew that at some point the Knights would probably experience a defeat in the game of baseball. They do so tonight, not able to take advantage of some early scoring opportunities, leaving the bases loaded, for example, in the second. And that felt like it might indeed come back to haunt. And it does, as the Walla Walla Sweets defeat Corvallis in the series opener 2-1. Excellent ball game from a pitching standpoint. Matthew Ager, Neil Feist, and Sean Weiss for the Knights. Alec Holmes, Dylan Matusoka, and Stu Pleslin III for Walla Walla. The Sweets improved to 6-6. The Knights dropped to 9-1. We'll be back at it tomorrow in Game 2. We will take a pitching, not a pitching change, but a final break right here with Garrett Dworshak back in our studio. A quick final break, and then I'll be back for a final word next on 1240 Joe Radio.